Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one, and the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. Today, we'll learn conversational phrases about occupations. After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about your job and ask what somebody does for a living. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your occupation PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا فنان.
Listen to it again, now with the English translation.
بتشتغل إيه؟
What do you do?
أنا فنان.
I'm an artist. First of all, you need to learn how to say, what do you do? That's.
بتشتغل إيه؟
Listen to it again.
بتشتغل إيه؟ بتشتغل إيه؟
Now, how do you answer this question? This is the pattern you'll need.
أنا
Your occupation. I'm an, your occupation. For example, I'm an artist.
أنا فنان. أنا فنان.
Here are a few more professions you can use with the same pattern. Police officer,
ضابط شرطة. ضابط شرطة. ضابطة شرطة. ضابطة شرطة.
teacher,
مدرس. مدرس.
مدرسة مدرسة
doctor,
طبيب. طبيب.
طبيبة طبيبة
engineer,
مهندس. مهندس.
مهندسة مهندسة
Now, listen to some examples.
بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا مدرس. بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا طبيب. بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا مهندس.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what do you do?
بتشتغل إيه؟
Imagine you're a doctor. Do you remember how to say, doctor?
طبيب. طبيب.
Say, I'm a doctor.
أنا طبيب.
Now answer the question saying that you are a doctor.
بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا طبيب.
Now, imagine you're a teacher. Do you remember how to say teacher?
مدرس. مدرس.
Say, I'm a teacher.
أنا مدرس.
Now, answer the question saying that you are a teacher.
بتشتغل إيه؟ أنا مدرس.
Now, imagine you're an engineer. Do you remember how to say engineer?
مهندس مهندس
Say, I'm an engineer.
أنا مهندس.
Now, answer the question saying that you are an engineer.
بتشتغل إيه؟
Hey everyone, Alicia here. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, how's your mother? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about well-being and ask how someone is doing. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Conversation About Family Well-Being PDF cheat sheet for free. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟ كويسة.
Once more with the English translation.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟
How's your mother?
كويسة.
She's fine. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, how's your mother? That's.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟
Listen to it again.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟ أخبار مامتك إيه؟
This Arabic sentence literally means, news, your mom, what? But it translates as, how's your mother, in English. Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is state of well-being. In Arabic, we only say the adjective as answer. For example, she's fine.
كويسة. كويسة.
Here are a few expressions related to well-being that you can use with this pattern. Great,
كويسة جدا. كويسة جدا.
fine,
كويسة. كويسة.
so-so,
نص نص. نص نص.
not good,
مش كويسة. مش كويسة.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟ كويسة جدا. أخبار مامتك إيه؟ نص نص. أخبار مامتك إيه؟ مش كويسة.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, how's your mother?
أخبار مامتك إيه؟
Imagine she's great. Do you remember how to say, great?
كويسة جدا. كويسة جدا.
Say, she's great.
كويسة جدا.
Now, answer the question saying she's great.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟ كويسة جدا.
Now imagine she's so-so. Do you remember how to say so-so?
نص نص. نص نص.
Say, she's so-so.
نص نص.
Now, answer the question saying she's so-so.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟ نص نص.
Now imagine she's not good. Do you remember how to say not good?
مش كويسة. مش كويسة.
Say, she's not good.
مش كويسة.
Now, answer the question saying she's not good.
أخبار مامتك إيه؟
Most people who learn a foreign language learn it so that they can one day have real-life conversations with native speakers. When you start out learning and crack open your first textbook or listen to your first podcast, having a real conversation can feel like a fantasy. When everything about a language feels new, it can be overwhelming. But this couldn't be further from the truth. While it does take a significant amount of time and effort to become fluent, having a conversation might not be as far off as you think. In this video, we'll look at 3 ways you can boost your conversational skills and start talking to native speakers. Number 1, find native speakers and practice with them. It's unlikely you live near a big group of native speakers to practice with. If you happen to be in a major or international city, your chances may be better. Check and see if your city has a general language exchange. Chances are there could be a native speaker there who is also trying to learn another language. Practicing in person with a native speaker is probably the most interesting option for honing your speaking skills. But if you can't find anyone where you live, the next best option is to look online. Luckily for language learners, the past 10 years or so have seen an explosion in online language exchange sites. On these websites, you can search for someone who is a native speaker of your target language and is also learning your native language. The idea behind a language exchange is that you communicate with them via video or text chat, and half of the time, they help you practice your target language. And for the other half, you help them practice theirs. Practicing via an online language exchange is a highly effective way to practice your conversational skills. Number 2, work on pronunciation. Pronunciation is often an overlooked skill when it comes to learning a foreign language. Most people think of a good foreign accent as a luxury rather than a necessity. But what most people don't talk about is how having a good accent boosts your listening and comprehension skills. If you can hear a sound from a foreign language and know how to make it yourself, then you're more likely to understand native speakers when they talk at normal speed, and you're also more likely to remember any new words or phrases you come across. Having a good accent means that the language no longer sounds foreign. Instead, it sounds familiar, maybe even natural. So how do you go about perfecting your accent? The best way is to break down the language into its individual sounds. Make note of any sounds that are the same or similar to your native language and of those that are different. Of the sounds that are different, spend your time practicing the ones that you find the hardest to say correctly. After you're comfortable with the individual sounds, you can start linking together words and phrases. This is where accent practice starts to get really fun and interesting. Get your hands on some native speaker audio from a TV show, song, or podcast. Play the audio back and listen closely a few times. Take note of how words blend together in speech. Then, do your best to imitate what you hear, trying to match the speaker's emphasis and intonation. Our language learning program's playback feature is perfect for this. Record yourself and compare it to the original recording. Rinse and repeat until you're comfortable with the audio selection, and then move on to something more difficult. This is how you can break through the accent barrier and really start to make the language your own. Number 3, learn phrases, not just individual words. Learning grammar and individual words is great, but it's not the only approach you should take if you want to speak fluently. In addition to your regular grammar and vocabulary, try learning whole phrases, even if you aren't totally sure how they work grammatically. Learn phrases that are specific to your needs. It's a good idea to learn phrases that are grouped around a certain setting or subject, such as simple greetings or introductions, questions for getting to know someone, or traveling comfortably. You can even learn filler phrases, which you can use so that you have something to say when, well, you don't know what to say. Learning phrases like this will help you become conversational faster. You may not understand what you're saying literally, but as long as you know the general meaning behind the phrase and know when to use it, you'll be able to talk like a native. Eventually, your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary should catch up with the phrases you know. Learning a new language should feel like an adventure. There will be plateaus and periods in your learning where it feels like you're hitting a wall, but being able to speak with native speakers and have real conversations will help you combat language fatigue. After all, talking to someone face-to-face in a foreign language is one of the main reasons we start learning in the first place. And for even more ways to gain conversation skills, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Hey everyone, Alicia here. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what's the matter? After watching this video, you'll be able to make complaints and ask someone else if they're having any issues. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making Complaints PDF cheat sheet for free. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
مالك؟
المكتب حر.
Once more with the English translation.
مالك؟
What's the matter?
المكتب حر.
The office is hot. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what's the matter? That's,
مالك؟
listen to it again.
مالك؟ مالك؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates into, what with you? But it means, what's the matter in English. Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
المكتب.
adjective. This Arabic sentence literally translates into the office adjective, but it means the office is adjective in English. For example, the office is hot.
المكتب حر. المكتب حر.
Here are a few more examples you can use with the same pattern to make complaints. Hot,
حر. حر.
cold,
برد. برد.
noisy,
دوشة. دوشة.
dirty,
مش نظيف. مش نظيف.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
مالك؟
المكتب برد.
مالك؟
المكتب دوشة.
مالك؟
المكتب مش نظيف.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what's the matter?
مالك؟
Imagine the office is cold. Do you remember how to say cold?
برد. برد.
Say, the office is cold.
المكتب برد.
Now answer the question saying the office is cold.
مالك؟
المكتب برد.
Now imagine the office is noisy. Do you remember how to say noisy?
دوشة دوشة
Say, the office is noisy.
المكتب دوشة
Now, answer the question saying the office is noisy.
مالك؟
المكتب دوشة
Now imagine the office is dirty. Do you remember how to say dirty?
مش نظيف مش نظيف
Say, the office is dirty.
المكتب مش نظيف
Now answer the question saying the office is dirty.
مالك؟
المكتب مش نظيف
You've studied for a while and are ready to talk to people and practice what you've learned. But where do you start? Starting a conversation in a new language can seem a bit intimidating. How do you just jump into it? In this video, we'll look at 5 ways to start conversations. Number 1. Introduce yourself in your target language. This is usually one of the first things you learn when you start studying a new language. And sometimes, starting a conversation, or continuing one, is as simple as introducing yourself. Number 2. Talking about the weather. This is a universal talking point. People talk about the weather all over the world. And just saying, "It's really nice today," is enough to start a conversation. A great way to practice your weather conversation skills is to check out our Can-Do lesson pathway. This series of lessons teaches you how to talk about the weather in your target language. Number 3. Give compliments. Compliments are a great way to start a conversation. You can compliment something about your conversation partner's city, country, or something specific to them personally. "Hey, your bag is super cute," or "That ice cream looks delicious." These kinds of compliments can lead to further conversation about what you complimented. In this case, it could be fashion or a local restaurant. This is a great way to make quick connections with people. Number 4. Ask for help. For example, you can ask for directions, ask about prices, or request recommendations for restaurants or shopping spots, and let the conversation go from there. People are usually happy to lend a helping hand to tourists who are visiting their city. Number 5. Learn phrases for transactions. This can include getting a room at a hotel, or telling a taxi driver where to go. When you're traveling overseas, you'll need to talk to other people in your target language. And while this might be a bit scary at first, you'll find that the people you meet are just happy that you're trying to communicate with them. So get started talking in your target language now. For even more tips on how to start conversations, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to ask and answer the question, "How do you say this?" After watching this video, you'll be able to ask someone how a word is pronounced. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your How to Say Something PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
بنقول دي إزاي
بنقولها كده جراج.
Once more with the English translation.
بنقول دي إزاي
How do you say this?
بنقولها كده جراج.
It's parking lot. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, "How do you say this?" That's,
بنقول دي إزاي
listen to it again.
بنقول دي إزاي بنقول دي إزاي؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, you say this how? But it means, how do you say this? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
بنقولها كده.
word. This Arabic sentence literally translates into, we say it like this, word. But it means, it's word in English. For example, it's parking lot.
بنقولها كده. جراج. بنقولها كده. جراج.
Here are a few useful words you can use with the same pattern. Parking lot,
جراج جراج
morning,
صباح صباح
travel,
سفر سفر
invasion,
غزو غزو
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده صباح بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده سفر بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده غزو
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, how do you say this?
بنقول دي إزاي؟
Now, imagine it's the word morning. Do you remember how to say morning?
صباح صباح
Say, it's morning.
بنقولها كده صباح
Now, answer the question saying it's morning.
بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده صباح
Now imagine the word is travel. Do you remember how to say travel?
سفر سفر
Say, it's travel.
بنقولها كده سفر
Now, answer the question saying it's travel.
بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده سفر
Now imagine the word is invasion. Do you remember how to say invasion?
غزو غزو
Say, it's invasion.
بنقولها كده غزو
Now answer the question saying it's invasion.
بنقول دي إزاي؟ بنقولها كده غزو
Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Want to speak your target language with confidence and impress native speakers? When learning to speak a new language, you have lots of things to think about, including grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Because you're thinking of all of these things and trying to speak, it can be difficult to communicate with confidence, especially in the beginning. This is why it's helpful to make confidence-building exercises part of your language learning process. In this video, you'll learn 7 ways to boost your confidence. 1. Read out loud. This might seem pretty basic, but it's a great way to practice speaking. Reading aloud lets you practice speaking without having to think about grammar or things to talk about. Reading out loud lets you focus on your pronunciation and the rhythm of the language. It can help you learn to speak more smoothly and quickly, without even thinking about it. If you're using our lessons, read the dialogue out loud as you listen. You can read along with the dialogue tool, the lesson notes, or the transcript. 2. Read like a child. This might sound strange, but think about children learning to read. They go slow and sound everything out. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 tries before they read a new word smoothly, and a few more tries before they can read it at a natural pace. This example applies to language learning too. If you find a complex sentence in something you're reading, read it slowly at first, then speed up. With practice, you'll be able to say it easily. It might feel a bit silly to speak very slowly, but this kind of practice can help you identify tough sounds you might miss or say incorrectly when reading quickly. 3. Use the dialogue breakdown tool. If you're using our site, this is a great tool to take advantage of. It breaks down lesson conversations into individual lines. You can listen to the audio for each line, learn what each line means, and can reread and review as much as you want. 4. Use the voice recorder to record and compare yourself with native speakers. Just click on the microphone icon next to each line in the dialogue section. You can use this tool to perfect your pronunciation if you like, but this is also something you can use to work on speaking with confidence at native level speed. You'll find this tool in the dialogue section of all of our lessons. 5. Repeat and review old lesson conversations. Reviewing what you've studied in the past is the best way to make sure you maintain what you've learned. Go back to older lessons, download the lesson dialogue tracks, and re-listen to the conversations again and again. Or you can reread the dialogue lines from previous lessons until you've mastered them all. 6. Shadow conversations. Repeat what you hear out loud. This tactic is important, but it can be tricky when you're doing a brand new lesson. If you're reviewing dialogues from lessons you've done though, it's super easy to do. Just listen to the dialogue and repeat what you hear. Shadowing means mimicking the speaker as soon as they speak, following their intonation and rhythms as closely as possible. 7. Send recordings to your Premium Plus teacher. If you want to speak with confidence, there's no better confidence boost than feedback from a native speaker, and you get just that with a Premium Plus teacher. You can record yourself reciting a lesson dialogue or any dialogue of your own, and your teacher will give you specific tips on how to improve. From the tips your teacher gives you, choose at least one and practice, practice, practice. Being able to react quickly and with confidence in a conversation is typically not something you can do on your first try, but if you continue practicing, you'll gradually find yourself speaking with ease. And for even more ways to build your speaking confidence, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what's your favorite number? After watching this video, you'll be able to say many numbers and ask someone their favorite number. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Numbers PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟ رقمي المفضل هو 7.
Once more with the English translation.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
What's your favorite number?
رقمي المفضل هو 7.
It's 7. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what's your favorite number? That's,
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
listen to it again.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟ إيه رقمك المفضل؟
Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
رقمي المفضل هو
number. This Arabic sentence literally translates into my favorite number is number, but it means its number. For example, it's 7.
رقمي المفضل هو 7. رقمي المفضل هو 7.
Here are a few more numbers you can use with the same pattern. 7,
7 7
2,
2 2
4,
4 4
9,
9 9
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 2
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 4
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 9
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "What's your favorite number?"
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
Imagine it's 2. Do you remember how to say 2?
2 2
Say, it's 2.
رقمي المفضل هو 2
Now answer the question saying, it's 2.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 2
Now imagine it's 4. Do you remember how to say 4?
4 4
Say, it's 4.
رقمي المفضل هو 4
Now answer the question by saying, it's 4.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 4
Now imagine it's 9. Do you remember how to say 9?
9 9
Say, it's 9.
رقمي المفضل هو 9
Now answer the question saying, it's 9.
إيه رقمك المفضل؟
رقمي المفضل هو 9
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what kind of movies do you like? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about movies and ask other people about their favorite kinds of movies. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Movies and TV PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرعب.
Once more with the English translation.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
What kind of movies do you like?
بحب أفلام الرعب.
I like horror movies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what kind of movies do you like? That's,
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
listen to it again.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, you like which kind of movies? But it means, what kind of movies do you like? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
بحب أفلام.
type of movie. This Arabic sentence literally translates as, I like the movies type of movie. But it means, I like type of movie movies. For example, I like horror movies.
بحب أفلام الرعب. بحب أفلام الرعب.
Here are a few more kinds of movies you can use with the same pattern to talk about movies. Horror,
الرعب. الرعب.
comedy,
الكوميديا. الكوميديا.
fantasy,
الخيال. الخيال.
romance,
الرومانسية. الرومانسية.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الكوميديا. بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الخيال. بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what kind of movies do you like?
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
Imagine you like comedies. Do you remember how to say comedy?
الكوميديا. الكوميديا.
Say, I like comedies.
بحب أفلام الكوميديا.
Now answer the question saying that you like comedies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الكوميديا.
Now imagine that you like fantasy movies. Do you remember how to say fantasy?
الخيال. الخيال.
Say, I like fantasy movies.
بحب أفلام الخيال.
Now, answer the question saying you like fantasy movies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الخيال.
Now imagine you like romantic movies. Do you remember how to say romantic?
الرومانسية. الرومانسية.
Say, I like romantic movies.
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
Now answer the question saying you like romantic movies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you doing during the holiday? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about your holiday plans. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your National Holidays PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أسافر السخنة.
Once more with the English translation.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
What are you doing for Spring Festival?
ناوي أسافر السخنة.
I'm planning to travel to Sokhna. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you doing for Spring Festival? That's,
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
the Spring Festival celebrates the beginning of spring. Listen to it again.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟ هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, you will do what in Spring Festival? But it means, what are you doing for Spring Festival? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
ناوي.
plan. This Arabic sentence literally translates as, planning, plan. But it means, I'm planning to plan. For example, I'm planning to travel to Sokhna.
ناوي أسافر السخنة. ناوي أسافر السخنة.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk about your plans. Travel to Sokhna.
أسافر السخنة. أسافر السخنة.
Travel.
أسافر. أسافر.
Stay home.
أقعد في البيت. أقعد في البيت.
Go to the movies.
أروح السينما. أروح السينما.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أسافر.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أقعد في البيت.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أروح السينما.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what are you doing for Spring Festival?
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
Imagine you're planning to travel. Do you remember how to say, travel?
أسافر. أسافر.
Say, I'm planning to travel.
ناوي أسافر.
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to travel.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أسافر.
Now, imagine you're planning to stay home. Do you remember how to say, stay home?
أقعد في البيت. أقعد في البيت.
Say, I'm planning to stay home.
ناوي أقعد في البيت.
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to stay home.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أقعد في البيت.
Now imagine you're planning to go to the movies. Do you remember how to say, go to the movies?
أروح السينما. أروح السينما.
Say, I'm planning to go to the movies.
ناوي أروح السينما.
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to go to the movies.
هتعمل إيه في شم النسيم؟
ناوي أروح السينما.
Want to speak and understand more of your target language? If so, of course, you'll need to know more words and phrases than you do now. In this video, we'll cover 5 ways to master new words and phrases fast. Number 1, use our free vocabulary list. This is a free library of vocabulary and phrase lessons for all kinds of situations. You can learn words and phrases for current events, holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving, and useful topics like the top 10 ways to say hello, conversational phrases, and more. You'll learn phrases that you won't find in textbooks. If you want to learn extra fast, use the slideshow tool. Just tap or click on View Slideshow, then sit back and review the words and phrases. Find the vocabulary list in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. These vocabulary lists are free for all users. Number 2, take the audio and video lessons. One of the best ways to learn new words is by hearing and using them in conversations. This is because it gives you the opportunity to understand how the words are actually used. In every lesson dialogue, you'll likely come across some words you don't know. But don't worry, because our teachers translate everything. When you hear the conversation again at the end of the lesson, you'll be familiar with the words you didn't know at first. Number 3, learn with our 2,000 most common words list. A quick question. How many words do you think you need for conversational fluency? 3,000? 5,000? It's actually not as many as you think. Language experts say you need about 1,500 words to reach conversational fluency. With our 2,000 most common words list, you'll get access to key vocabulary words you need to boost your conversation skills. The words are broken down into simple categories, such as adjectives, nouns, verbs, food, drinks, numbers, months, and so on. So you can go category by category and focus on what you're most interested in first. With this tip, we're not talking about paper flashcards. We're talking about the smart flashcards that you can find in our premium study tools. This is an automatic system individualized for each member based on their study needs. First, you'll use the cards to check your knowledge. Then, according to your answers, the cards will be sorted according to which words you need more practice with. Words that you struggle with will be shown to you more and more. You'll see words that you know well less often. This system helps you study more efficiently. It displays the words you need to work on and knows when you should refresh your knowledge. This helps make sure you don't forget vocabulary. In every study session, these cards will help you refresh your memory on the words you learned last time and introduce new words. Number 5, use the words. After you learn a new word, using it right away is crucial to remembering it. So, when you're done with a lesson or a vocab list, here's something you can do. Leave a comment. Make up a sample sentence and post it in the comment section. Write it down in a notebook, or shadow the word with a lessons dialogue. Our language learning program is full of tools that can help you speak more. Just pick one and get started. If you want to unlock all of these study tools, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
ألو، عايزة أكلم الموظف المسؤول.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Once more with the English translation.
ألو، عايزة أكلم الموظف المسؤول.
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
ألو، ألو.
Then you'll need to learn how to say, I'd like to speak with person. The pattern is
عايزة أكلم.
person. This Arabic sentence literally translates as, I want to talk person, but it means, I'd like to speak with person. For example, hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
ألو، عايزة أكلم الموظف المسؤول. ألو، عايزة أكلم الموظف المسؤول.
Now, how do you answer this question?
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك. أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, okay, moment one, but it means, okay, just a moment. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
الموظف المسؤول. الموظف المسؤول.
A sales representative.
مندوب مبيعات. مندوب مبيعات.
The manager.
المدير. المدير.
Customer service.
خدمة العملاء. خدمة العملاء.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
عايزة أكلم مندوب مبيعات.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
عايزة أكلم المدير.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
عايزة أكلم خدمة العملاء.
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person?
عايزة أكلم.
Person. And how do you answer it?
أوكي، لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
مندوب مبيعات. مندوب مبيعات.
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
عايزة أكلم مندوب مبيعات.
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
عايزة أكلم مندوب مبيعات.
أوكي. لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say, the manager?
المدير. المدير.
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
عايزة أكلم المدير.
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
عايزة أكلم المدير.
أوكي. لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
خدمة العملاء. خدمة العملاء.
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
عايزة أكلم خدمة العملاء.
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
عايزة أكلم خدمة العملاء.
أوكي. لحظة واحدة من فضلك.
When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, Please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, you can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Prihan and this is Arabic Top Words. Today we're doing the 10 phrases you always want to hear. Let's get started. شكلك حلو النهاردة. You look great today. The first phrase is شكلك حلو النهاردة. You look great today. You look great. Awesome. Like shining. وحشتني or وحشني. I miss you. Oh. The second one is وحشتني. I miss you. And sometimes you'll hear Egyptian people say وحشني. And the meaning is almost the same, but وحشني is I miss you and وحشتني is I've missed you. But we usually use it the same way, so وحشتني or وحشني. برافو عليك. You did a great job. برافو عليك. You did a great job. Bravo. It's French and we use it like in class, for example, they say bravo. ممتاز means great. So they say bravo, ممتاز. هيكون في بونص في آخر الشهر. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. This is every employee's dream, is to hear هيكون في بونص آخر الشهر. There will be a bonus by the end of the month. I would love to hear this. Yeah. أنتِ طباخة ممتازة. You're an excellent cook. The next one is every mother or every girl's dream. أنتِ طباخة ممتازة. أنتِ طباخة ممتازة. You're an excellent cook. استريحي أنتِ وأنا هنظف النهاردة. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. And this is every mother's dream, is to hear استريحي أنتِ وأنا هنظف النهاردة. You take a break. I'll clean today. I never say that. I'm such a bad person. But I usually clean my room so my mom doesn't have to clean it. أنت كسبت. You won. أنت كسبت. You win. And usually in Arabic we say مبروك أنت كسبت. Congratulations, you won. Usually in Egypt we have this kind of commercials where they just pick a random person and say مبروك كسبت معنا عربية. Congratulations, you won a car with us. Yeah, but usually it's not true. Commercial beat. كان عندك حق. You were right. The next one is what everyone would like to hear sometimes is كان معك حق. You were right. And usually if you remember from previous lessons, we learned the word مش قلت لك كده? Didn't I tell you so? And usually you would respond or answer أيوة كان معك حق. Yes, you were right. جبت حاجة عشانك. I bought you something special. And the next one is what every girl likes to hear. جبت حاجة عشانك. جبت لك حاجة. I bought you something special. If someone says that to me, I'll be like, oh, even if it's too small, like, yeah. I don't know. I'll buy them something like a photo frame or something like that. And then maybe I will print some photos of us and do some origami and decorate it so it's personalized. Because I think personalized gifts, even if it's not so expensive or I don't know, if you put your own touch, the gift will be really valued, but it's not going to be like a necklace or anything, like you can just easily lose it or something like that. Shukran. Thank you. And in the end, if someone tells you any of these compliments you just learned, for example, like أنت جميل, أنت طباخة ممتازة, you should always answer in shukran. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your Arabic listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
المرأة تسأل موظف المتجر عن شيء في متجر الكتب. أي كتاب تريد المرأة أن ترى؟ عذراً، أود أن ألقي نظرة على الكتاب الذي فوق الرف.
أي كتاب فيهم؟
الذي يتكلم عن السيارات.
لحظة من فضلك، هذا هو؟
نعم، هذا هو.
تفضلي.
أي كتاب تريد المرأة أن ترى؟ المرأة تسأل موظف المتجر عن شيء في متجر الكتب. أي كتاب تريد المرأة أن ترى؟ عذراً، أود أن ألقي نظرة على الكتاب الذي فوق الرف.
أي كتاب فيهم؟
الذي يتكلم عن السيارات.
لحظة من فضلك، هذا هو؟
نعم، هذا هو.
تفضلي.
امرأة ورجل ينظران إلى قائمة الطعام في المطعم. ماذا سوف يطلب الرجل؟
ماذا سوف تطلبين؟
البيتزا تبدو لذيذة. أعتقد أنني سوف أطلبها.
لقد تناولت البيتزا أمس، لذلك...
حسناً، ما رأيك بالهمبرجر؟
هذا يبدو جيداً، سوف أطلبه.
ماذا سوف يطلب الرجل؟ امرأة ورجل ينظران إلى قائمة الطعام في المطعم. ماذا سوف يطلب الرجل؟
ماذا سوف تطلبين؟
البيتزا تبدو لذيذة. أعتقد أنني سوف أطلبها.
لقد تناولت البيتزا أمس، لذلك...
حسناً، ما رأيك بالهمبرجر؟
هذا يبدو جيداً، سوف أطلبه.
رجل يتصل بعيادة الطبيب. في أي وقت عليه أن يكون في عيادة الطبيب؟ مرحباً، كيف أستطيع مساعدتك؟
في أي وقت تغلقون اليوم؟
نحن نغلق في الساعة 6، ولكن هل يمكنك المجيء قبل 5:30 لو سمحت؟
حسناً، شكراً.
في أي وقت عليه أن يكون في عيادة الطبيب؟ رجل يتصل بعيادة الطبيب. في أي وقت عليه أن يكون في عيادة الطبيب؟ مرحباً، كيف أستطيع مساعدتك؟
في أي وقت تغلقون اليوم؟
نحن نغلق في الساعة 6، ولكن هل يمكنك المجيء قبل 5:30 لو سمحت؟
حسناً، شكراً.
How are your Arabic listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
رجل يتحدث مع موظف المتجر. أي قميص سوف يشتري؟
أي قميص تظنين أنه الأفضل؟ الأبيض أم الأزرق؟
أظن أن الأزرق أفضل. إنه يلائم سترتك الرمادية.
هل تظنين ذلك؟ ولكنه لا يلائم ربطة عنقي الحمراء، أليس كذلك؟
حسناً. أوافقك الرأي.
حسناً، سوف آخذ القميص الأبيض وليس الأزرق.
أي قميص سوف يشتري؟ رجل يتحدث مع موظف المتجر. أي قميص سوف يشتري؟
أي قميص تظنين أنه الأفضل؟ الأبيض أم الأزرق؟
أظن أن الأزرق أفضل. إنه يلائم سترتك الرمادية.
هل تظنين ذلك؟ ولكنه لا يلائم ربطة عنقي الحمراء، أليس كذلك؟
حسناً. أوافقك الرأي.
حسناً، سوف آخذ القميص الأبيض وليس الأزرق.
رجل في محل لبيع الهمبرجر. أي مجموعة سوف يطلب؟
لو سمحتِ، هل يمكنني أن أطلب مجموعة همبرجر خصوصية؟
نعم، أرجوك اختر بين البطاطا المقلية والسلطة.
سلطة لو سمحتِ.
حسناً، رجاء اختر شرابك.
كولا لو سمحتِ.
أي مجموعة سوف يطلب؟ رجل في محل لبيع الهمبرجر. أي مجموعة سوف يطلب؟
لو سمحتِ، هل يمكنني أن أطلب مجموعة همبرجر خصوصية؟
نعم، أرجوك اختر بين البطاطا المقلية والسلطة.
سلطة لو سمحتِ.
حسناً، رجاء اختر شرابك.
كولا لو سمحتِ.
طاهية تصنع كعكة. ماذا وضعت الطاهية داخلها؟ اليوم سوف نصنع كعكة. أولاً، امزج الزبدة مع السكر، ثم أضف بيضتان وامزجهم جيداً، ثم أضف الدقيق وامزجه بخفة. أخيراً، ضعها في الفرن لمدة 50 دقيقة. ماذا وضعت الطاهية داخلها؟ طاهية تصنع كعكة. ماذا وضعت الطاهية داخلها؟ اليوم سوف نصنع كعكة. أولاً، امزج الزبدة مع السكر، ثم أضف بيضتان وامزجهم جيداً، ثم أضف الدقيق وامزجه بخفة. أخيراً، ضعها في الفرن لمدة 50 دقيقة.
Hi everyone, my name is Perihan and this is Top Arabic Words. Today's topic is going to be about 10 reasons to learn Arabic. So, let's get started. هي لغة جميلة. It's a beautiful language. The first reason you will want to learn Arabic because هي لغة جميلة. It's a beautiful language. Arabic is very beautiful. It has beautiful calligraphy, it has beautiful poetry, beautiful literature. So definitely it's a beautiful language and you should invest more time into learning it. عشان أعمل chat مع صحابي المصريين. To chat with my Egyptian friends. عشان أعمل chat مع صحابي المصريين. To chat with my Egyptian friends. For example, you can say عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أعمل chat مع صحابي المصريين. I want to learn Arabic to chat with my Egyptian friends. Egyptians are so friendly, they're so nice, but in the social media, they usually use Franco-Arabic, which basically is the English alphabets mixed with letters. So if you want to learn Arabic specifically to chat with your friends, probably you should learn the Franco way of writing Arabic, which is probably a way more easier than learning Arabic in the Arabic alphabets, in the Arabic script. عشان أترجم, to do translations. عشان أترجم, to do translation. For example, you can say عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أترجم. I want to learn Arabic to do translation. So usually in the Arabic world, and especially in Egypt, people really like watching movies subtitled, not dubbed. So for example, Korean movies, Indian movies, and of course Hollywood movies, they're all on TV subtitled. Usually Egyptians really like listening to the actor, like their senses and their voices in the original form, not like dubbing kind of form. So you should always keep this in mind. عشان أشوف الأفلام من غير ترجمة. To watch movies without subtitles. The next one is عشان أشوف الأفلام من غير ترجمة. To watch movies without subtitles. So for example, you can say عايزة أتعلم عربي علشان أشوف أفلام من غير ترجمة. I want to learn Arabic to watch movies without subtitles. Watching with subtitles is very important because you can see all the words you can hear. You can also see how to write it. You can see the letters. However, if you really want to improve your listening skills, you really need to start watching movies without subtitles. My personal favorite movie is Fulisin Al-Azim. Basically, it means the great beans of China. It's a movie by Mohammed Hinidi. He's a very famous actor in Egypt, probably all over the Middle East as well. In this movie, this actor, Mohammed Hinidi, he comes from a gangster mafia, Egyptian mafia family, but he doesn't like this lifestyle. So his family sends him to China to enter a cooking competition. However, the mafia in China knows about him and knows about his family and all his mafia connections, and they want him to do some mafia work, some mafia job in China, where he refuses and he doesn't want to get involved in that as well. It's an action movie, but it's also very funny. It's a comedy movie more than an action. So that's my personal recommendation. You totally should watch this movie without subtitles. عشان أعيش في مصر. To live in Egypt. عشان أعيش في مصر. To live in Egypt. For example, عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أعيش في مصر. I want to learn Arabic to live in Egypt. Egypt might not be the most organized or systematic country in the world. However, it's very unique. It has not only unique culture, not only beautiful places to visit or do sightseeings, but also the people, the locals. They're so friendly, they're so helpful, and they're so open to other cultures. So if you value human interaction, you should definitely go to Egypt. You should try to learn Arabic to be able to communicate with people and make friends. It's gonna be super easy. You just need to learn a few words and phrases from maybe ArabicPod101.com. عشان أفهم كلمات الأغاني. To understand song lyrics. عشان أفهم كلمات الأغاني. To understand song lyrics. For example, عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أفهم كلمات الأغاني. I want to learn Arabic to understand song lyrics. Well, Egypt has lots of popular musicians and artists. For example, Amr Diab, Mohammed Munir, Mohammed Hamai, and Tamer Hosni. For example, my favorite artist is probably Mohammed Munir because he is Nubian, and Nubia is a minor ethnical group in Egypt, but no one knows about them. And because of this singer, because of Mohammed Munir, he introduced their culture and he made them more popular among Egyptians. He is singing very deep songs about the culture and the traditions of local, very, very local Egyptians. Also Amr Diab. Maybe Amr Diab is the most famous Egyptian artist in globally, I think. And one of his songs, Habibi ya Noor al-Ain, was one of my very first words. عايش بقالي سنين ولا غيرك في بالي. حبيبي 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 يا نور العين حبيبي حبيبي. Anyway. عشان أتصاحب على ناس جداد. To make new friends. عشان أتصاحب على ناس جداد. To make new friends. For example, عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أتصاحب على ناس جداد. I want to learn Arabic to make new friends. Egyptians or Arabs in general, they're so friendly, they're so nice. they will be your friends in no time. They will be very friendly and very open to help you and talk to you, communicate with you. So maybe you should put some effort maybe into learning some of their favorite phrases or some of the words they can quickly relate to, and try to be friends with them as quickly as possible. All my foreign friends know يلا and حبيبي. يلا حبيبي. عشان أعمل business مع شركات مصرية. To do business with Egyptian companies. عشان أعمل business مع شركات مصرية. To do business with Egyptian companies. For example, you can say عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أعمل business مع شركات مصرية. I want to learn Arabic to do business with Egyptian companies. It's very normal and colloquial to use English words within your Arabic sentence. It will make you feel less as a foreigner and more like a local. So don't be afraid to use English words in your Arabic sentences. عشان أروح أدرس في مصر. To go study in Egypt. عشان أروح أدرس في مصر. To go study in Egypt. For example, you can say عايز أتعلم عربي عشان أروح أدرس في مصر. I want to learn Arabic to go study in Egypt. Egypt has several well-known universities, Cairo University, American Cairo University, and Ain Shams University, and each of these universities has a department made especially for foreigners who want to learn not only the Arabic linguistics, not only the language, but also the culture, the Egyptian culture or the Islamic culture, the Middle Eastern culture, and everything else. So definitely you should learn more Arabic if you want to go and continue your study in Egypt. عشان أتعرف على الثقافة المصرية. To understand the Egyptian culture. عشان أتعرف على الثقافة المصرية. To understand the Egyptian culture. عايزة أتعلم عربي عشان أتعرف على الثقافة المصرية. I want to learn Arabic to understand the Egyptian culture. The Egyptian culture is huge. It's full of various civilizations. If you're interested in the ancient Egyptian cultures with the pharaohs and the history of the pyramids, if you're interested in the Islamic Egyptian culture, the Ottoman Empire culture in Egypt, there are lots of interests you can get from the Egyptian culture. So definitely, if you want to get to know more about this unique culture, you should learn Arabic.
Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Hi everybody, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com and welcome to our new series, Ask an Arabic Teacher. In this series, I'm going to be answering some of your most common Arabic questions. The question for this lesson is, which dialect of Arabic should I learn or focus on? The variant of Arabic you should learn depends on your goals and what you want to achieve using your knowledge of Arabic. If you want to learn Arabic to become a professional translator, work in politics, read newspapers, or write reports for work, then you should definitely focus on Modern Standard Arabic. On the other hand, if you want to be able to communicate with Arabic-speaking people, you have to learn a popular dialect that's widely understood, like Egyptian Arabic or Levantine Arabic. As Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. And let's get the facts straight. Nobody speaks Modern Standard Arabic in their daily conversations, not one person in the whole entire world. To understand the difference in usage between Modern Standard Arabic and dialects, you need to know what Modern Standard Arabic and dialects mean to Arabic-speaking people. Babies learn the dialect of their country or region first to communicate with their parents. Then, when they go to school, they start learning how to read and write Modern Standard Arabic, because this is what they will use to read textbooks, take exams, read books and newspapers. They will learn it from kindergarten up to the end of high school. But depending on their major, they might take more Modern Standard Arabic courses throughout their college years. For example, if their major is translation or journalism, they will continue taking classes because that's what the news, the formal and legal papers is written in. Other than that, social media, speaking with professors, co-workers, teachers, friends, and family is all in dialect. That's why the average Arabic-speaking person might make a lot of mistakes when trying to use Modern Standard Arabic. Even Arabic speakers need a lot of proofreading when they're writing a very important document. What about choosing between dialects then? Variants of Arabic dialects sound pretty different from each other. They're almost like a different language. Choosing the dialect to study, of course, has to do with the region of the Arabic-speaking world you're interested in, but you should keep another factor in mind. Some dialects are easier to learn and pronounce depending on your native language. For instance, I noticed that Levantine dialects are easier to learn than Egyptian dialect if your native language is Japanese. That's because of similarities in rhythm and phonemes. So listening to different dialects is a good way to get a feel of how they sound before you make up your mind. Keep in mind, though, that the most widely understood Arabic dialects are Egyptian Arabic and Levantine Arabic because of how popular their media is in the Arabic-speaking countries. I hope you liked our lesson. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode. Salam!
Everyone, my name is Firhan and this is Arabic Top Words. Today's lesson is going to be about top 10 questions you should know. اسمك إيه? What's your name? اسمك إيه? Can you guess it? It's what's your name? If you meet someone and you say اسمك إيه? And the guy or the girl will respond with their name and they will say, for example, اسمي بريهان. إزيك? How are you? After this person will say اسمك إيه? They'll probably say إزيك, which means how are you? And you would answer أنا كويسة. أنا كويس. أنا كويسة is for female and أنا كويس is for male. And you can also say الحمد لله, which means thank God. So you can say أنا كويسة الحمد لله when someone asks you إزيك. أنت منين? Where are you from? The third question someone might ask you is أنت منين? Which means where are you from? And here you can say where are you from, your country or your city. So for example, someone will ask you أنت منين? And I will answer أنا من مصر. I'm from Egypt. Or أنا من القاهرة. I'm from Cairo. عيد ميلادك إمتى? When is your birthday? The fourth question someone might ask you is عيد ميلادك إمتى? When is your birthday? For example, someone will ask me, I'm a female, so they will ask me عيد ميلادك إمتى? And I will answer عيد ميلادي في يونيو. My birthday is in June. ساكن فين? Where do you live? Another question someone might ask you is ساكن فين? Where do you live? And you might answer specifically your street name or the city where you live. So for example, you can say أنا ساكن في المهندسين. I live in مهندسين, which is a district in Egypt, in Cairo. بتشتغل فين? Where do you work? Another question someone will ask you is بتشتغل فين? Where do you work? And here you can say your workplace, your company's name, and so on. So for example, I will say بشتغل في شركة أدوية. I work for a drug company. تليفونك كام? What's your phone number? Another question is نمرتك كام? Which means what's your phone number? And here you can just say your phone number. نمرتي is 1 2 3 4 5 6. اتعلمت عربي فين? Where did you learn Arabic? People might be amazed or probably will be amazed at how good you speak Arabic. So probably they will ask you اتعلمت عربي فين? Where did you learn Arabic? And here you should say اتعلمت عربي مع arabicpod101.com. I learned Arabic with arabicpod101.com. Don't forget it. بتحب الأكل المصري? Do you like Egyptian food? Probably people will be curious if you like Egyptian food and they will ask you بتحب الأكل المصري? Do you like Egyptian food? And be honest, Egyptian food is quite delicious, so you will say أيوة بحب الأكل المصري. Yes, I like Egyptian food. Or maybe you want to say مش قوي. Not really. رحت مصر قبل كده? Have you been to Egypt? The next question is رحت مصر قبل كده? Have you ever been to Egypt? And here you can say أيوة, yes, or لأ, no. So that's it for today. Tell us in the comment below which question do you get asked the most and which question would you like to know or learn. And please like this video, subscribe for the channel, and don't forget to visit arabicpod101.com. Bye bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Nora and this is Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, what is the structure of modern standard Arabic sentences? In this lesson, we're going to give you an overview of how sentences are structured in modern standard Arabic. Language structure is usually described by the order of three main elements in a basic sentence: verb, subject, and object. For instance, English is an SVO language, meaning that the subject comes first, then the verb, and lastly the object. You can see this in any sentence, like John plays tennis. For Modern Standard Arabic, this looks a bit different. Modern Standard Arabic has two possible sentence structures, namely verbal sentences and nominal sentences. First, let's take a look at verbal sentences. As you can tell from its name, verbal sentences start with a verb. Then we have the subject, and lastly the object. The following sentence is a VSO sentence. شرب رامي العصير. Rami drank the juice. Next we have the nominal sentence, which starts with the subject, then the verb, and lastly the object. This one has an SVO structure, just like English. Rami شرب العصير. Rami drank the juice. Note that in Modern Standard Arabic, when there is a verb in the sentence, verbal sentences are preferred. This will look different for sentences with the verb to be in English, because there is no verb to be in Arabic. Observe the following sentence. Rami is tall. Because there is no verb to be in Arabic, this is going to be a nominal sentence consisting of only a subject and an adjective. This is how the sentence is going to look like. Rami طويل. Rami is tall. Now let's see the second point in sentence structure, which is the noun-adjective order. Let's observe the following phrase. Big house. In English, the adjective big comes first, followed by the noun, house. In Arabic, this is the other way around. Observe the following phrase. بيت كبير. Big house. Here we have the noun first, بيت meaning house. Then we have the adjective كبير meaning big. The last point we'll touch on is where prepositions are located in a sentence. In this aspect, Arabic is quite similar to English. Observe the following sentence. Rami is in the house. In English, prepositions precede nouns. The same applies to Arabic. Rami في البيت. Rami is in the house. Note how there is no verb to be in the Arabic sentence because it is implied from the context. I hope you liked this lesson. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the Dialogue Study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the two recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!
مرحباً أنا كارول. Hi, I'm Carol. Welcome back to ArabicPod101.com's العربية في 3 دقائق, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Arabic. In the last lesson, we learned how to thank people by saying shukran and shukran jazilan. In this lesson, we learned some of the most common greetings used in Arabic-speaking countries. هل أنتم جاهزون? Are you ready? فلنبدأ, then let's start. The most common greeting is marhaban or hi. Marhaban. This is a general way to greet people when you see them. A more cultural greeting is assalamu alaikum. This means peace be with you and is generally used only by Muslims. We say it when we meet someone and also when we leave. Assalamu alaikum. Someone could respond to assalamu alaikum with marhaban or hi, but it is more polite to respond to such greetings in the corresponding way. Since assalamu alaikum means peace be with you, when greeted in that way, we should answer back with wa alaikum assalam, which literally means peace be with you too. Wa alaikum assalam. Whether you use marhaban, hi, or assalamu alaikum, it is also polite to ask the person how they are. كيف حالك? How are you? كيف حالك? Don't forget that in Arabic, the word you needs to have a gender. So, كيف حالك is good if you are talking to a man, but if you are talking to a woman, you should ask كيف حالك? كيف حالك? When it's time to leave, you can say وداعاً or goodbye. وداعاً. The other person can reply مع السلامة, which means be safe. مع السلامة. Let's review the phrases you've learned in this lesson. مرحباً is hi. السلام عليكم is peace be with you. The response is وعليكم السلام. كيف حالك or كيف حالك is how are you. وداعاً is goodbye. And مع السلامة is be safe. Now it's time for Carol's tips. If you're leaving and you want to show the person that you would like to see them again, you can use إلى اللقاء, meaning see you, or إلى اللقاء قريباً, see you soon. إلى اللقاء, إلى اللقاء قريباً. Now you know lots of ways to greet people in Arabic. During the next lesson, we learn the meaning of the phrase هل تتكلموا الإنجليزية? Do you already know it? I'll be waiting to talk about it with you in the next العربية في 3 دقائق lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to say to be in Arabic. We will also go over how to talk about your nationality. When you meet a new person in the Arab countries, they might ask you من أين أنت, which is the equivalent of where are you from? Unlike other languages, Arabic sentences can be complete without any verb. So in the sentence من أين أنت, من means from, أين is where, and أنت is you. No verb is needed for the sentence to be complete. You're familiar with the feminine and masculine versions of the words, so in this case, if you're a girl, you will be asked من أين أنتِ? أنتِ is the feminine form of أنت or you. Here you could answer I am from plus the country, or أنا من. For example, I am from Italy is أنا من إيطاليا. To return the question, you can simply say وأنت, which is and you for a guy, and وأنتِ for a girl. Another way of asking someone where they are from is ما هي جنسيتك, or what is your nationality? ما is what. هي can be translated as is but is not a verb, and جنسية is nationality. By replacing the H with tuka at the end, it becomes your nationality. Of course, if the person is a girl, we should ask ما هي جنسيتك? Altogether it is ما هي جنسيتك, or ما هي جنسيتك. Answering both questions we learned is very easy. You just say أنا, which means I am, then your nationality. For example, أنا أمريكي, I am American. أنا أمريكي. Just replace أمريكي with your own nationality. I am German is أنا ألماني. I am Italian is أنا إيطالي. I am Brazilian is أنا برازيلي. Be careful because this is how you refer to your nationality if you're a male. For the feminine form, you have to add إيا at the end of the nationality. For example, if you are an American woman, you will say أنا أمريكية. German women say أنا ألمانية. For Brazilian women, it is أنا برازيلية, and so on. Now it's time for Carol's tips. Be careful because in Arabic, country names have a gender. So for example, Italy and France are feminine, and Portugal and Morocco are masculine. In this lesson, we learned how to talk about nationalities. Next time, we'll learn how to talk about locations, again without using a verb. I'll be waiting for you in the next العربية في 3 دقائق lesson. إلى اللقاء قريباً. See you soon.
Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day.
Hi everyone, I'm Perihan, and today we're going to have the top 25 Arabic phrases. So let's begin. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. So this is the most basic greeting we have in Arabic. So if you enter anywhere, please say Assalamu alaikum. Sabah al khair. Good morning. Sabah al khair. Good morning. And this is so easy. When you see someone in the morning, just tell them Sabah al khair. It sounds cool. Masa al khair. Good afternoon. Masa al khair. That is good afternoon. تصبح على خير. Good night. تصبح على خير. That is good night. When someone goes to bed, you simply tell them تصبح على خير. Good night. ما اسمك? What's your name? السلام عليكم. ما اسمك? Hello, what's your name? أنا بريهان. I am Perihan. So in reply, the other person says أنا and then their name. أنا means I am and then they put their name. So ما اسمك? What's your name? أنا بريهان. I am Perihan. تشرفنا. Nice to meet you. تشرفنا. Nice to meet you. So now you have a whole conversation. ما اسمك? أنا بريهان. تشرفنا. What's your name? I am Perihan. Nice to meet you. كيف حالك? How are you? كيف حالك? How are you? How are you doing? السلام عليكم. كيف حالك? Hello. How are you doing? أنا بخير. شكرا. ماذا عنك? I'm fine. Thanks. And you? And this is the reply to السلام عليكم. كيف حالك? That is hello. How are you? And you say أنا بخير. شكرا. ماذا عنك? I'm fine. Thank you. How about you? من فضلك. Please. من فضلك. That means please. So you can say اجلس من فضلك, which means please sit down. شكرا. Thank you. شكرا, which means thank you. شكرا على الهدية. Thank you for the present. عفوا. You're welcome. عفوا. You're welcome. So from the beginning, شكرا على الهدية. Thank you for the present. And you reply, عفوا. You're welcome. نعم. Yes. نعم, which means yes. So for example, you can say, هل تريد قهوة? Do you want coffee? And you reply with نعم. Yes. And you can also add من فضلك. من فضلك, please. لا. No. The opposite of it, لا. لا, which means no. So one more. هل تريد قهوة? Do you want coffee? No. لا. And you can say شكرا. Thank you. حسنا. Okay. حسنا. Okay. فلنذهب إلى الحديقة. Let's go to the park. And you say حسنا. حسنا. Okay. عذرا. Excuse me. عذرا, which means excuse me. So for example, you can say عذرا علي الذهاب. عذرا علي الذهاب, which means excuse me, I have to go. أنا آسف. I am sorry. أنا آسف, which means I'm sorry. For example, you can say أنا آسف على التأخير. I'm sorry I am late. كم الساعة? What time is it? كم الساعة, which means what time is it? You can ask someone كم الساعة? كم الساعة الآن? Which means what time is it now? And you can say it's 1:30. إنها 1:30. إنها 1:30. أين المرحاض؟ Where is the restroom? أين المرحاض? Where is the restroom? So you can say عذراً أين المرحاض? Excuse me, where is the restroom? انتظر لحظة. Wait a moment. عذراً انتظر لحظة, which means excuse me, wait a moment. بكم هذا? How much is this? بكم هذا الفستان? How much is this dress? الحساب لو سمحت. Could I get the check, please? So, for example, if you're in a restaurant, you can do this simple hand sign, which is like this, and you say, الحساب لو سمحت. الحساب لو سمحت. Could I have the check, please? النجدة. Help. النجدة, which means help. So, for example, you can say, لقد سرقت حقيبتي. My bag was stolen. النجدة. Help. أراك لاحقاً. See you later. أراك لاحقاً, which means see you later. So when you say goodbye to your friend, you tell him أراك لاحقاً. And if you're saying goodbye to a group of friends, you say أراكم لاحقاً. أراكم لاحقاً. مع السلامة. Goodbye. مع السلامة, which means goodbye. أنا ذاهب إلى المنزل. مع السلامة. I'm going home. Goodbye. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please subscribe and comment below about your favorite Arabic phrase. Goodbye. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Firhan and this is Arabic Top Words. Today's lesson is going to be about top 10 questions you should know. اسمك إيه? What's your name? اسمك إيه? Can you guess it? It's what's your name? If you meet someone and you say اسمك إيه? And the guy or the girl will respond with their name and they will say, for example, اسمي بريهان. إزيك? How are you? After this person will say اسمك إيه? They'll probably say إزيك, which means how are you? And you would answer أنا كويسة. أنا كويس. أنا كويسة is for female and أنا كويس is for male. And you can also say الحمد لله, which means thank God. So you can say أنا كويسة الحمد لله when someone asks you إزيك. أنت منين? Where are you from? The third question someone might ask you is أنت منين? Which means where are you from? And here you can say where are you from, your country or your city. So for example, someone will ask you أنت منين? And I will answer أنا من مصر. I'm from Egypt. Or أنا من القاهرة. I'm from Cairo. عيد ميلادك إمتى? When is your birthday? The fourth question someone might ask you is عيد ميلادك إمتى? When is your birthday? For example, someone will ask me, I'm a female, so they will ask me عيد ميلادك إمتى? And I will answer عيد ميلادي في يونيو. My birthday is in June. ساكن فين? Where do you live? Another question someone might ask you is ساكن فين? Where do you live? And you might answer specifically your street name or the city where you live. So for example, you can say أنا ساكن في المهندسين. I live in مهندسين, which is a district in Egypt, in Cairo. بتشتغل فين? Where do you work? Another question someone will ask you is بتشتغل فين? Where do you work? And here you can say your workplace, your company's name, and so on. So for example, I will say بشتغل في شركة أدوية. I work for a drug company. تليفونك كام? What's your phone number? Another question is نمرتك كام? Which means what's your phone number? And here you can just say your phone number. نمرتي is 1 2 3 4 5 6. اتعلمت عربي فين? Where did you learn Arabic? People might be amazed or probably will be amazed at how good you speak Arabic. So probably they will ask you اتعلمت عربي فين? Where did you learn Arabic? And here you should say اتعلمت عربي مع arabicpod101.com. I learned Arabic with arabicpod101.com. Don't forget it. بتحب الأكل المصري? Do you like Egyptian food? Probably people will be curious if you like Egyptian food and they will ask you بتحب الأكل المصري? Do you like Egyptian food? And Be honest. Egyptian food is quite delicious, so you will say أيوة بحب الأكل المصري. Yes, I like Egyptian food. Or maybe you want to say مش قوي. Not really. رحت مصر قبل كده? Have you been to Egypt? The next question is رحت مصر قبل كده? Have you ever been to Egypt? And here you can say أيوة, yes, or لأ, no. So that's it for today. Tell us in the comment below which question do you get asked the most and which question would you like to know or learn. And please like this video, subscribe for the channel, and don't forget to visit ArabicPod101.com. Bye bye! Hi everyone, my name is Firhan and this is Arabic Top Words. Today we're doing the 10 phrases you always want to hear. Let's get started. شكلك حلو النهاردة. You look great today. The first phrase is شكلك حلو النهاردة. You look great today. You look great. Awesome. Like shining. وحشتني or وحشني. I miss you. Oh. The second one is وحشتني. I miss you. And sometimes you'll hear Egyptian people say وحشني. And the meaning is almost the same, but وحشني is I miss you and وحشتني is I've missed you. But we usually use it the same way, so وحشتني or وحشني. Bravo عليك. You did a great job. Bravo عليك. You did a great job. Bravo. It's French and we use it like in class, for example, they say bravo. ممتاز means great. So they say bravo, ممتاز. هيكون في بونص في آخر الشهر. There will be a bonus at the end of the month. This is every employee's dream, is to hear هيكون في بونص آخر الشهر. There will be a bonus by the end of the month. I would love to hear this. Yeah. أنتي طباخة ممتازة. You're an excellent cook. The next one is every mother or every girl's dream. أنتي طباخة ممتازة. أنتي طباخة ممتازة. You're an excellent cook. استريحي أنتي وأنا هنضف النهاردة. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. And this is every mother's dream, is to hear استريحي أنتي وأنا هنضف النهاردة. You take a break, I'll clean today. I never say that. I'm such a bad person. But I usually clean my room, so my mom doesn't have to clean it. أنت كسبت. You won. أنت كسبت. You win. And usually in Arabic we say مبروك أنت كسبت. Congratulations, you won. Usually in Egypt we have this kind of commercials where they just pick a random person and say مبروك كسبت معنا عربية. Congratulations, you won a car with us. Yeah, but usually it's not true. Commercial beat. كان عندك حق. You were right. The next one is what everyone would like to hear sometimes is كان معك حق. You were right. And usually if you remember from previous lessons, we learned the word مش قلت لك كده? Didn't I tell you so? And usually you would respond or answer أيوة كان معك حق. Yes, you were right. جبت حاجة عشانك. I bought you something special. And the next one is what every girl likes to hear. جبت حاجة عشانك. جبت لك حاجة. I bought you something special. If someone says that to me, I'll be like, oh, even if it's too small, like, yeah. I don't know. I'll buy them something like a photo frame or something like that. And then maybe I will print some photos of us and do some origami and decorate it so it's personalized. Because I think personalized gifts, even if it's not so expensive or, I don't know, if you put your own touch, the gift will be really valued. But it's not going to be like a necklace or anything, like you can just easily lose it or something like that. Shukran. Thank you. And in the end, if someone tells you any of these compliments you just learned, for example, like أنت جميل, أنت طباخة ممتازة, you should always answer in shukran. Thank you. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And please write us below a compliment you would like to hear or we have not mentioned in this video. And also don't forget to subscribe and like and visit our website ArabicPod101.com. Bye-bye.
Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Hi everyone, I am Pirhan and this is Arabic Top Words. Today we're going to learn about the Must know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. So, let's get started. معك كل الحق. I couldn't agree with you more. معك كل الحق. I couldn't agree with you more. In the Arabic version, literally it says, you have all the right. This is for agreeing, but for disagreeing you can say, لا ما عندكش حق. لا ما عندكش حق. No, you're not right. أنا مش متأكدة. I'm not sure. أنا مش متأكدة. I'm not sure. And also you can use ما ظنش. I don't think so. طبعا. Of course. طبعا. Of course. You can also say أكيد. Indeed. ميتهيألي كده. I guess so. ميتهيألي كده. I guess so. I'm not so sure, but I guess it's this way. ميتهيألي. You can drop the كده, you can put it متهيألي or متهيألي كده. كنت لسه هقول كده. I was just going to say that. كنت لسه هقول كده. I was about to say that. You can also say كانت على طرف لساني. كانت على طرف لساني. It was on the tip of my tongue. It was on the tip of my tongue. Right here. أنت غلطان. You're wrong. أنت غلطان. You're wrong. أنت غلطان مش كده. You're wrong. It was not like that. مش كده also could mean improbable or inappropriate. So you say مش كده. مش كده. This is inappropriate. ممكن. Maybe. ممكن. Maybe. You can say ممكن متهيألي كده. Maybe I guess so. أنا مش موافق. I don't agree. أنا مش موافقة. I don't agree. Or أنا مش موافقة معاك. أنا مش موافقة معاك. I don't agree with you. موافق. I agree. موافقة. I agree. You can say تمام موافقة. Yes, indeed, I agree. Or أيوة موافقة. أيوة موافقة. Yes, I agree. Most of them are in the female form. For guys, they would say موافق. أيوة موافق. صح. That's true. صح. That's true. And the opposite is غلط. غلط. It's wrong. So you can say أيوة صح. تمام صح. Yes, it's right. Yes, it's true. For example, if someone says it's going to rain today, شكلها هتمطر النهاردة. It looks like it's going to rain today. And you're not so sure, so you can say متهيألي كده. It means I guess so. Or you can say ممكن. Maybe. Or you can say لا أنت غلطان. No, you're wrong. I checked the weather forecast, for example. شفت النشرة الجوية قبل ما أنزل. Or something like that. Egyptians don't really like being so straightforward, just like maybe anyone else. They don't really like being straightforward, so maybe you will not hear people saying أنت غلطان, you're wrong, or no, لأ. For example, if they disagree with you, they will not say أنا مش موافق, unless it's like very sensitive or something. Usually people, instead of saying أنا مش موافق, they will say ممكن, maybe, بس, but, something. So they can, instead of saying لا أنا مش موافق, no, I don't agree, they might say أيوة معك حق, yes, you're right, بس, but, and they will go on explaining something else. That probably means they don't agree with you. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you liked the lesson. Why don't you tell us in the comments below about your favorite expressions of disagreeing and agreeing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and visit our website, ArabicPod101.com. Hi everyone, my name is Ferihan, and this is What are your top 10 language learning goals for the year? Yes. هخلص السرفايفل phrases على موقع ArabicPod101.com بإني أسمع درسين في اليوم. I'll finish survival phrases series on ArabicPod101.com by listening to 2 lessons a day. The first language learning goal is أخلص السرفايفل phrases على موقع ArabicPod101.com بإني أسمع درسين في اليوم. I'll finish survival phrases series on ArabicPod101.com by listening to 2 lessons a day. You can do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. Make it 3 lessons a day. Come on حبيبي يلا. هخلص قراية كتاب عربي بإني أقرأ 10 صفحات في اليوم. I'll finish reading 1 Arabic book by reading 10 pages a day. هخلص قراية كتاب عربي بإني أقرأ 10 صفحات كل يوم. I'll finish reading 1 Arabic book by reading 10 pages a day. Just try to find like your favorite book so you can like always have a motivation to finish it. هكتب مذكراتي اليومية بالعربي لمدة أسبوع. I'll write my diary in Arabic for 1 week. هكتب مذكراتي اليومية بالعربي لمدة أسبوع. هكتب مذكراتي اليومية بالعربي لمدة أسبوع. I'll write my diary in Arabic for a week. I usually don't do this, but one way you can practice learning Arabic every day by writing memos and notes, like where you put it on the fridge or in front of you on the desk. If you write it in Arabic, that would be a very good practice. هفهم فيلم عربي بالكامل بإني أتفرج عليه كل يوم. I'll fully understand one Arabic movie by watching it every day. هفهم فيلم عربي كامل بإني أتفرج عليه كل يوم. هفهم فيلم عربي كامل بإني أتفرج عليه كل يوم. I'll fully understand one Arabic movie by watching it every day. And this one actually works because I do it a lot myself. Like if you just watch one movie with subtitles and then you watch it again the next day without subtitles, you'll manage to see what you caught, like what you understood and what you did not understand, and you'll manage to catch some phrases and vocabulary. So when you watch it like the third or the fourth day with subtitles as well, like when you go back to watching it with subtitles, you'll find out what you actually managed to remember and what you haven't, and then you can actually learn a lot. هتكلم عن نفسي لمدة 3 دقايق بالعربي مع أصحابي المصريين. I'll give a 3-minute introductory speech in Arabic to my Egyptian friends. هتكلم عن نفسي لمدة 3 دقايق بالعربي مع صحابي المصريين. I'll give a 3-minute introductory speech in Arabic to my Egyptian friends. 3 minutes isn't too long for 3 minutes. What do you say in 3 minutes? Hello, my name is Perihan. I'm studying and I like this and my hobbies is that. Yeah, that sounds like 3 minutes. هحفظ 5 أغاني عربي. I'll memorize 5 Arabic songs. هحفظ 5 أغاني عربي. هحفظ 5 أغاني عربي. I'll memorize 5 Arabic songs. And that's like, guys, that's like my advice. Like hands down, this is the best thing. I actually do this as well. Like I love memorizing songs because it's so easy. Like inside the song, there are so many vocabularies you don't know. And by memorizing one song, like not only you're enjoying it, like you're enjoying the rhythm and so on, you're also memorizing like tons of words without any effort. So like this is the best thing you can do is to memorize songs. So احفظ أغاني عربي. هحفظ 350 كلمة من الكروت التعليمية على موقع arabicpod101.com. I'll finish memorizing 350 words with flashcards on arabicpod101.com. هحفظ 350 كلمة من الكروت التعليمية على موقع arabicpod101.com. I'll finish memorizing 350 words with the flashcards on arabicpod101.com. I don't know, I like listening to music and memorizing songs more than flashcards, but flashcards also are okay if you're into it. هكتب 10 بطاقات بريدية بالعربي لأصدقائي المصريين. I'll write 10 postcards in Arabic to my Egyptian friends. هكتب 10 بطاقات بريدية بالعربي لأصدقائي المصريين. هكتب 10 بطاقات بريدية بالعربي لأصدقائي المصريين. I'll write 10 postcards in Arabic to my Egyptian friends. I don't know, like 30 years ago, like when my mom was like in high school, she used to receive lots of postcards from her friends, but not now, I think. They will be quite happy to receive anything. هتعلم إزاي أتكلم عن أحداث الماضي والحاضر والمستقبل. I'll learn how to talk about past, present, and future events. هتعلم إزاي أتكلم عن أحداث الماضي والحاضر والمستقبل. I'll learn how to talk about past, present, and future events. That would be really nice to improve your storytelling skills and so on. هتقن 150 كلمة بإني أحفظ 5 كلمات في اليوم. I'll master 150 words by memorizing 5 words a day. هتقن 150 كلمة بإني أحفظ 5 كلمات في اليوم. I'll master 150 words by memorizing 5 words a day. That could be easy if you watch one of our videos and then you can master 5 words a day regarding one theme or one topic about transportation, weather, clothes, and so on. The end. I hope you liked today's lesson. Why don't you tell us below about your favorite way of learning Arabic? Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and visit our website arabicpod101.com. Bye bye. This is so encouraging. Like I'm so encouraging. Like what's wrong with me? Yes. At the end. The end. Oh my God! Big surprise.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.